Okay, Jonathan, so here we are with your first session with myself, Damon, at the Mere. Thanks for coming down. So, on this right-hand side as we're facing here, this was your setup and your swing to start with the first of the session. Okay, so we were really nice and wide in that setup there, so we've narrowed that a small amount, but most importantly, what we've looked to try and do is just look at the hand position and the grip position. And the reason for that was if you could just try and remember what your ball flight was to start with and just describe it to me very quickly. How was it?
I was cutting into the ball.
Yeah.
It was going massively right.
Yeah.
Lots of spin.
Yeah.
Opening the club face, getting massive loft.
Brilliant. So we were seeing that open club face, so we're adding loft, and then to try and get that ball working forwards, what we were doing was getting the path of the club to work left, weren't we?
Yes, that's
so
right. So
club face right, path left. So we identified straight away that let's just try and square that club face up a little better.
Yeah.
And what we've looked at initially is that hand position, so the shaft angle, and also the grip. So we can see here your left and your right hands, we called them a little bit weak.
Yes.
So we could see quite a few knuckles on the right side, and the V was pointing up towards the right side, and then on the left hand, not many knuckles, and again that V that we mentioned pointing also up to your left side.
Yeah, yeah.
So looking at that line here, that V working up this way.
Yes.
Now what we said was actually we want to spin that around, and we want that V to work up towards our right collarbone.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
now if we go over to our new setup,
Yes.
you can see that so much more clearly, can't you?
Yeah, I can see all my glove.
Oh, brilliant. So not only now you look at your hand position, you've got your hands now are favouring or towards that left groin, whereas before they were dead centre. Yeah. Not only that, now we've got that grip, so you've got your left V working up towards more that right ear.
Yeah, yeah.
And then parallel line with the right V now of the right hand working up towards that right collarbone. Yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Brilliant. So we know straight away that can impact that club face.
Yes.
So that's really, really good. Not only did we look at the setup there, we briefly talked about how we want to take the club away and what we're doing with our hands and forearms to manipulate that club face.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
So we haven't got the view here, but what the club face at halfway back, what
Closed, yeah.
it's more closed, good.
Yeah.
And what's the point, the reference point we've got in our setup? What do we want it to try and match up with?
The club, the impact, the path to impact.
Yeah, well, that's really good. Basically all I'm looking for actually is something for you to remember for yourself is that spot that club face wants to be relative to your spine angle.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I know.
Don't worry. So we were just looking a little bit more complicated than we need to be actually.
Yeah, yeah.
As a good reference point, where the club face, the toe doesn't want to be pointing straight up because we're not standing straight up.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then when we're trying to hit that ball in that lovely three-quarter swing action, it's that over-exaggeration with that club face. We want to feel as if it's actually aiming left.
Yeah, yeah.
Because your feeling of square is actually quite a lot open. So
Right.
to get back to that square, it needs to be over-exaggerated, the feeling the other way.
Yeah, yeah.
Any questions on that at all?
No, that's good. That's good.
Brilliant. Now what's nice is that hand position, that grip, we want to use with our pitching wedge, with our A-time, with our driver.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, yeah.
So that fundamental hand setup and...
Everything the same.
Perfect. Ball position changes slightly.
Like
Distance from the ball changes slightly because the length of the clubs, but other than that,
Okay.
that's really good for session one.
Yeah, that's
Well done.
great. Yeah, thank you.